Hey guys, welcome to Ben Wrenchin. My name's Ben and today I'm wrenching on this '02 Ford Ranger. I'm in the middle of replacing the front shocks on this truck and I did something that every at-home mechanic is going to experience at some point. I snapped off the mounting bolt that is attached to the lower control arm at the bottom of this shock. And to make things worse, this bolt is not an actual bolt with a head on it. It is integrated into the lower control arm. So there's no head on the other side of these. It's just a rivet on that side. But not to worry, today I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to fix this. And I need to start by taking that new shock back out. And with the shock removed, you can see that that bolt just sheared off right here as I was torquing it down. So the first thing I'm going to do is use a file and file this down flat. That should make it easier to drill into. And next I'm going to use a large flat punch to try to punch this through. It's possible that it's weak enough that it'll just punch right through the top. I doubt it, but it's worth a shot. And I can also use a wire wheel on my drill to try to clear off some of this material. And with it flattened down a little bit more, that's going to be a lot easier to get a center punch onto it. So I'll center this as best I can. And after a few clicks, I've got a good center punch in that I can get a drill bit into. I'll start with the smallest drill bit I've got, get it centered the best I can in that center punch. And then I'll go slow at first. I'll brush it off with a wire brush, give it another punch. I'll move up to the next biggest drill bit, get it centered on that punch. Start out slow, and then increase the speed from there. Brush it off again, hit it with this drill one more time. Brush it off one more time, hit it with the center punch again. And move up to the next size drill bit. So I'll just keep doing each of these. Each time making my hole just a little bit bigger. And increasing the size of that hole until I drill this whole thing out. I can get a little bit more aggressive with each drill bit. The bigger they are, the stronger they are, so they'll actually clear off more material. Get a little bit deeper each time, and eventually get big enough where it'll just take this whole thing out. So I'll keep going with all these, just rinsing and repeating. And at this point, I can use a point tip punch to try to punch this through. And I can use my flat punch to try to remove some of this material. And this one here is a 1/4 inch, so we're getting close. And that removed a lot of material, which is really good. Here is a 5/16. There we go. And there we go, the punch is through there. So I did waller out that hole a little bit, but that's gonna be okay. I'll be able to get a screw through there. So my last bit is gonna be 3/8 because I need to make this hole big enough for a 3/8 bolt. I'll go back to 5/16 just to clean this up a little bit. I can use a round file to clean this area up a little bit and maybe get this hole a little bit bigger. So that looks pretty good. Now I'll try my 3/8 bit. Here we go. All right, now I've got a 3/8 hole there where I can get a bolt through. I'll clean it up one more time with the round file. And then I can clean this up and dry it and paint it before I put the bolt in. All right, and there we go, guys. I got the whole bolt out. I got the hole to the size that I need it. I wanted it 3/8 because that's just a little bit bigger than it was. That got me a clean hole, and then I can get a 3/8 bolt into it. I'm gonna use washers on the top and then torque this nut down, and this should actually be stronger than the original factory bolt was. And now hopefully that one will last another 20 years. So with some simple tools, a drill, a file, a center punch, and a good set of drill bits, you guys can get that out yourself. It took some time and it wasn't super easy, but I did get it out. And now I can reinstall this shock. So if you want to see that, check out the video where I replaced the shocks on this truck. I'm in the process of doing front shocks. I'm going to do the rear shocks as well, and I also did sway bar links too. But I'll show the final installation in that video. I just wanted to show this process because it was a little bit of a one-off. It was a learning opportunity for me, and I hope it can be for you too. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe to see more, and I will catch you guys in the next video.